Hello everyone, I'm day weather meteorologist Don Day with your Public Lands Council weekly weather update for this August 27th, 2022. It's being brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors and WSR Insurance Services Incorporated. Well, here we are, about ready to finish up August, head into September. Can't believe summer's winding down, although there's still plenty of summer weather still to come. But September is going to bring what it usually brings, some change, followed by bigger changes in October. But as we go down and take a look at the next week ahead, we're going to see the monsoon slowly weakening in the desert Southwest, which is to be expected. It has reached its peak for the Southwest United States. So I think the widespread heaviest monsoonal rains are probably done for the desert Southwest and part of the Rockies. However, monsoonal moisture will still be around to some extent for another week or so. So that's going to continue to bring showers and thunderstorms, but the monsoon is weakening. This is going to lead into a typical late August weather pattern in terms of temperatures and conditions for most areas. We'll continue to have more rain in the southern plains. Boy, Texas has had a lot of rain. They're going to see some more, and they've also really cooled off from the extreme heat that we had earlier in the summer. The Gulf Coast is another area that is likely going to be wet. Now, tropical activity, meaning hurricanes and tropical storms, we have had extremely few of them. And we may go through the month of August without any named storm. However, we do expect right at the end of August, or maybe the first couple of days of September, that's going to change. So parts of the southeastern United States kind of need to be ready for that potential for something going on there. The latest drought monitor looks a lot like the last one we showed you, but there are some areas that have seen improvement. There's a lot of red and brown down there, but we've seen improvements here. Look at the front range of Colorado, all in white now because of the monsoonal rains. Big improvements in Arizona and New Mexico. They're still in drought status, though. They got a ways to go, and you can still see an expansion of dryness in this area right here over the last 5 weeks is a concern. But if you were to look where the drought has improved in the last week, you can see a lot of green in these areas here over the last 7 to 10 days due to those monsoonal rains, while drier conditions have developed up here, although they've recently gotten some rain in parts of the Idaho Panhandle area. And here you can see the heavier precipitation that has fallen across the southern tier of the U.S. in the last week, with those heavy rains in the Gulf Coast, Texas, even getting into parts of Oklahoma, New Mexico, into Arizona, into the Four Corners region. While lighter amounts where it's really dry, there's been rain, but it's been really spotty in the high plains of eastern Montana, eastern Wyoming, western Nebraska, northeastern Colorado, western South Dakota. After this map was made, there's been some rain in those areas, but more is needed, especially in this area right here. That area really missing out on a lot of the monsoonal moisture that's brought beneficial rain to other locations. And you can see the anomaly where precipitation for the last week has been below what average conditions are for this week. You can see the below normal drier conditions here, while the exact opposite has happened in those Gulf Coast and southern areas in the United States. This is what we'll see this weekend. We do have a couple of systems that will move through the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies, bringing cooler weather and some scattered showers and thunderstorms, while the southern tier of the U.S. will continue to have hot, muggy conditions with showers and thunderstorms, but cooler weather, little taste of fall for the Northern Rockies late this weekend and early next week. However, as we go into next weekend, high pressure is going to build back in, and here's the potential for a tropical system in the Gulf of Mexico by next weekend. Something that is a question mark, but something that needs to be watched for this area right here as we get into next weekend. We'll have a trough coming in the Pacific Northwest and a cool front, but generally high pressure for most of the nation, which is really typical for this time of year. This is what the precipitation forecast looks like. Basically, a lot like what's happened over the last week. Wettest in the south, maybe some better chances a little bit further north into these areas here for rain, but not a lot elsewhere, as that monsoon still there, but not nearly as strong as we have seen in recent weeks. Temperature-wise, the warmest relative to average will be in the northern plains. The southern plains, the southwest and eastern part of the country, is going to be cooler than average over the next 7 days as we go through the last days of August and into early September. Our next update will be next Saturday. Have a great week ahead, everybody.